my name's Kelsey Jones. I'm the executive editor at Search Engine Journal, and I'm happy to be joined here today with Nakul Goyal. He is the director of marketing and SEO at Carfax. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me here.
Yeah, so one thing that you touched on at your presentation at Pubcon was some of the challenges that in-house SEOs face at big brands, and so I thought we could talk about that a little bit more. What are some challenges you see in-house SEOs facing?
Of course. So I had a conversation with a lot of people here at Pubcon and previously, and what I've noticed is a lot of people in different companies, and including myself, have been in situations where we're trying to justify the need to do SEO. We're trying to fight with IT resources, getting things done. If you need a little SEO tool, you're trying to explain to your boss or finance why do you need that tool, and a lot of time is spent. It's surprising. I surveyed some of my SEO buddies, and they spend roughly 50 to 70% of their time justifying SEO, evangelizing SEO within their organization, rather than doing the real things that matter.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would be frustrating.
And it's definitely frustrating. So you touch on a great topic because then it leads to employee satisfaction.
Yeah, so I know you had touched on some of the big brands that are doing things differently to kind of combat that. What, in your experience, has those things been that have helped kind of cut down on that percentage?
Of course. So the last 10 years I've been, I was head of SEO at Oriental Trading Company, which is a Berkshire Hathaway company. They were a catalog-driven company, so great. I'm glad. Again, you're perfect. You're giving me segues into the conversation. They were a catalog-driven company, but the executives understood, the CMO, understood the importance of SEO. He brought me in, and I was able to, because I had the executive buy-in, I was able to get things done extremely fast. Similarly, then I was at TripAdvisor for a couple of years, and TripAdvisor's CEO, Steve, he totally understands SEO. That's how he built TripAdvisor, and the culture is speed wins, and everything that's worth doing is worth measuring. Literally handwritten notes on the CEO's door. And what that helps with is you're focusing on the right things, you're working very fast, but you never find yourself struggling with resources. And now that I'm at Carfax, we are practicing SEO more as a program within the organization rather than a project. We strongly believe in iterative testing, and done is better than perfect.
Okay, you're right. Yes, yep. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So get things done, and test and learn mindset, and that is we're spending all of our time doing things that matter rather than justifying SEO.
Yeah. So what do you do if you're an in-house SEO and your CEO doesn't really buy into SEO? Do you provide, is it a data-driven approach to help them understand?
Of course, exactly, and honestly, that's exactly what it is. So what you need to do is, and I talked about it in my presentation, and which is available online at bit.ly/enterprise SEO, and we might be able to tweet the link or something.
Yeah.
So the idea is, build a business case. You need to tell your executives, almost in like a back of the napkin kind of calculation, talk in their language to them. Don't talk about domain authority. Don't talk about links. Don't talk about content. Tell them, if we do these projects, we can increase the traffic or revenue by this much. So for example, I remember a scenario where I was able to we were in a hiring freeze at Oriental Trading Company, and I was able to go to my CEO and say, we can make an extra $6 million if we do this.
Wow.
And he said, how many people do you need? And we got approval to hire 2 people right away.
That's great.
And that was, again, in the middle of the recession at a catalog-driven company, but the executives understood the importance. So by putting together a very back-of-the-napkin calculation, which again is in the deck, we were able to put it, present it to them, and build a clear business case. What's at stake? What if we don't do it? And what can we expect as potential outcome? And the executives understand. I mean, they would spend money to make money.
Yeah, of course.
So it's a no-brainer. Sorry.
Yeah. To kind of wrap it up, what are some tools that you like using to get that data that you can present?
I think there's lots of tools out there. I love SEO Clarity. I saw one of the tools that is here. it's not ringing bells right now. But there's SEO Clarity. I love SEMrush.com. That's a great tool. And then Screaming Frog.
Yeah,
but I think Excel is your best friend.
Yeah.
And anything that you can do to automate things is
sure.
is great.
So where can people find you online?
Well, I'm on Twitter, and my first name, last name, NakulGoyal. You can email me, my first name, last name, at Carfax.com. And I'm on LinkedIn. Please connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'm happy to help you answer any questions you may have.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Again, this is Kelsey Jones with Search Engine Journal.
Hi, my name is Brent Satoris. I'm here with Search Engine Journal. I'm joined today by Gary Yesh, Chief of Sunshine and Happiness at Google.
That's correct.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
There's been a lot of discussion, I don't know, a lot of discussion, but there's been some decent discussion recent about Penguin.
I never heard about Penguins.
No. They've been running around here chasing you, so. Becoming more of a part of the everyday algorithm, the live algorithm.
Yeah.
And
Today's summit is the 3 takeaways
Yes.
structure.
Yes.
I'm leaving with way more.
I also like the single session format for conferences.
I agreed to be a speaker here because I think above all else, the quality of people who attend the meeting, something to be said about the fact that you can't just, hey, come. It's by invitation only.
What I've really liked about the speakers is that it's been very well-rounded.